What's up, everyone? This is Tony with Journey Crypto. In this video, we're going to be doing a quick crypto news and market update, some bullish news in the markets, as well as discussing what's going to be happening over the next week or so in the crypto markets. So before we get started, I do appreciate if you guys like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and hit the bell to be notified for my daily crypto videos Monday to Friday. Alright guys, so the markets aren't looking bad today. We do have a small dip here. Bitcoin down 3.75%, Ethereum down 6%. So I do think the general sentiment in the markets right now is we are going to have another 5 to 10% dip over the next couple days here. I'm going to go over some news. We do have an options expiry on Friday, and we do have a split here between bullish and bearish. So bulls and bears fight over $34,000 Bitcoin price is 445 million options expiry looms. So it is saying it's balanced on both sides right now. It's saying bulls have a better chance of winning the weekly expiry. So 34,000 is the make or break level for both sides. So Bitcoin is under that $34,000 price level right now, but I do believe we are going to be in an uptrend throughout July in general. Keep in mind we could break below or above temporarily with any breaking news though. So we are at mercy of manipulation here as well, especially in this phase where there's mass fear in the markets. This is the best time for manipulators to really tank the markets before things really start moving up again. So we're getting word of some big hedge funds getting into cryptocurrency. We're going to talk about in some other major news. But I do believe we're going to be in this uptrend here throughout July. Depending on any breaking news, that'll definitely give a huge push to the crypto space as well. So today is the first day of Q3, so we will be getting Q2 reports coming in the next couple weeks here. We'll see if we get any announcements of companies that acquired Bitcoin during the market crash. So we're definitely getting a lot of mixed news over the past couple days. While we're getting a lot of great news, we're also getting some stuff causing more panic in the space, like word of a lot of countries looking into regulations and pushing regulating crypto as soon as possible. So we do have another article on that, and we're pretty much hearing about this day after day. But this will clean up the crypto space in the long term. Like everyone says, crypto is the Wild West right now, and there's just scams everywhere. There's just so many things where people are losing money. So regulations are a good thing in the very long term, in my opinion, and it's inevitable. So interesting news today, $22 billion hedge fund Point72 reportedly searching for a head of crypto. So they are looking to enter the cryptocurrency markets, another multi-billion-dollar hedge fund. Definitely great news. The more hedge funds we get, the more mass adoption in general. So we have had a lot of companies apply for an ETF as well, and I do think over the next year that's very likely we will get one approved, and that's a huge step towards mass adoption as well. And we're even getting banks getting into cryptocurrency now. So this is going mainstream, whether people like it or not. And I do think a lot of people want to be entering the crypto space before things really take off over the next couple years here. And it really goes full on mainstream. So we also had news yesterday. George Soros investment fund is reportedly trading Bitcoin products. So we don't have more details on this. It was breaking news yesterday. So we'll see what this entails and if we get more news on this over the next week. So more huge news today. German law allowing $415 billion investment into crypto takes effect. So that's a lot of money that could be entering the markets, but I don't think anything close to this 415 billion will be invested. This is just representing 20% of all German funds. So special funds to invest as much as 20% of their portfolios in crypto. So taking 20% of every special fund's total portfolio, you get a total of $415 billion. So of course, these funds aren't going to allocate the full 20%. We'll see how much is actually invested, but definitely some will be taking advantage of this, and this did go into effect. So definitely more money entering the markets from this. So this is very interesting. Twitter is doing 140 free NFTs. So these are on the Ethereum blockchain, which is also very interesting because Jack Dorsey, the creator of Twitter, is a Bitcoin maximalist. So someone did comment on this, stating only a matter of time that Jack buys into Ethereum, and he just replied stating no. So he is a Bitcoin maximalist. His other company Square has acquired Bitcoin, but Twitter has not acquired Bitcoin yet. I did do a poll on this stating what company is most likely to acquire a large amount of Bitcoin next. Over 13,500 votes here, and Twitter did win. That's also my vote. Second here, I would think that Facebook would be pretty likely, but that was last here on the vote. So it will be interesting if we see PayPal or Apple. There's so many companies that haven't acquired any Bitcoin. So the possibilities here are really endless, and we're still at the very beginning of institutional adoption. Really only Tesla and MicroStrategy acquiring a massive amount of Bitcoin so far. So imagine if we got to 10 or 50 or 100 more companies that have acquired $1 billion worth of Bitcoin or more and holding this on their balance sheet, where the price of Bitcoin will be at this point. So I do think we're at the very beginning here. I do think this will become more of the norm. I think this institutional adoption is really going to start once we see Tesla accepting Bitcoin as payment again, and we do have over 50% clean energy for Bitcoin mining. So it actually ended up being perfect timing with China banning Bitcoin mining and shutting down all the factories. This article stating China's miner exodus, a big net positive for crypto, Mike Novogratz. So we have been talking about this, lots of news on Bitcoin mining. Day after day, we're getting news right now of multi-million-dollar mining factories and facilities being set up. A lot of them in the United States as well, using clean energy. So that's definitely a huge positive, and definitely massive steps towards the right direction for mass adoption, because I don't think we're going to get mass adoption from institutions until Bitcoin mining hits this goal of over 50% clean energy. So I'm still very bullish on ADA for end of year, with smart contracts coming, the Goguen mainnet, all the partnerships that are going to be rolling out, the ecosystem growing massively, as well as the swap websites that will be launching, causing a supply shock to ADA. So we do have $30 billion of ADA now staked as Alonzo smart contract excitement builds. This is a massive amount of money, and I do want to show you guys how massive this is. So on stakingrewards.com, we can see the total staked for every project and the total locked, or the total staked value for each project. And ADA has the most by far in staked value at $30.7 billion. Next biggest is Ethereum, just under 12 billion. So that just goes to show you how huge Cardano is. A massive amount of the supply is in staking. People believe in this, and people know these massive upgrades are going to bring a ton of attention and demand to the Cardano blockchain. So hopefully smart contracts goes well, and we do get a lot of new projects launching in the ecosystem. I do think end of year, if we do have the crypto space peaking and Bitcoin does break 100,000, that's going to be massive for ADA, which is why it's my top hold out of the top 10 cryptocurrencies. I do hold big bags of a lot of small cap cryptocurrencies that have also done very well, but ADA is my top return on investment out of the top 10 cryptocurrencies. So after Ethereum, it's Solana with 11.2 billion staked, Polkadot 10.2 billion, Algorand nearly 5 billion, DAI, then Binance Smart Chain BNB at 3.7 billion, USDC at 3.6, Avalanche at 2.2, then Cosmos around 2.2 as well. So definitely some good projects in here that you could be staking if you do believe in these for the long term, especially the Ethereum alternatives, or just projects that are building huge things that are going to be very useful in the crypto space. Avalanche and Cosmos, two down here that I think are quite undervalued, and you can be staking these for decent percent per year. Close to 10% here it says for Avalanche. I haven't set this up yet. I will be doing a staking video very soon. I'm really getting all my cryptocurrencies set up and more of a long-term strategy in place. So personally, I do like to diamond hands it and just hold the majority of my portfolio long-term and have it in staking and lending, earning passive income while I'm just holding this and letting it appreciate over time. So that is a win-win in my opinion, and I just don't like the overall stress of the day-to-day trading, but I do this with a small percent of my portfolio. I will do flips, especially as there's major upgrades coming and I do catch breaking news and stuff. I do this with a small percent of my portfolio, and I have been very successful with that as well. But the high percent of my portfolio, like many people are doing right now, especially companies and hedge funds, just acquiring cryptocurrency for the very long term. As Senator Loomis stated the other day, buy and hold Bitcoin for retirement, because when you zoom out, mathematically, Bitcoin is going to get more scarce while demand is going to continue rising as regulations come in, and then institutions start buying into Bitcoin, and that becomes the norm, and then it becomes the norm for the average person to hold cryptocurrency. 15 to 20 years out, I think Bitcoin will be past $1 million. So this is probably news a lot of you will like. Elon Musk's latest attempt to pump Dogecoin fails miserably. The thing here is he did post baby Doge though, and that did pump. So he still is having effect on the small meme coins, but not a major effect on Dogecoin anymore. But all he did say about Doge was release the Doge and just posted a Godfather meme. So some people commenting that he doesn't have an effect on Dogecoin anymore, but we are in a sideways phase of the markets, so that does make sense. But regardless, the super small meme coins are going to pump. He did this with the Cum Rocket one as well. So Baby Doge is a charity version of Dogecoin, but keep in mind, all of these meme coins are probably going to disappear during a bear market, which is why I have a focus on very long-term small cap projects that are actually building things that are going to have huge utility in the long term and help the crypto space grow and get mass adoption. Those are the projects I'm focused on that I know won't disappear during a bear market. So just be very cautious of this and only invest what you can afford to lose, because investing in meme coins, you do have to expect that, especially in a sideways market like this, until we're back in a steady uptrend for at least a couple months. I don't think the crypto space is really out of the woods at this point. So a lot of people probably do like this because Elon Musk has had an effect on the markets, whether we like it or not. Bitcoin did tank with a couple of his posts, whether that was just bad timing or not, did have an effect. So over time, as the crypto space develops and gets a lot more users and money in the markets, single people are going to have less of an effect. But of course, any big breaking news will cause either panic or FOMO at one point or another. So as the crypto space grows in the very long term, it'll become more steady like the stock market has, and really just have steady growth over time. And I think that's going to be at some point after all the regulations have come into play and things are settled out, and we're really having mass adoption with institutions, and it becomes the norm for the average person to own cryptocurrencies. So last news for today: South Africa to accelerate crypto regulation in wake of scams. Lots of scams out there and growing at a rapid pace even after the market crash. And these scammers are taking people's crypto and dumping them on the open markets, making more selling pressure, which definitely isn't helping us recover in the short term. So also some panic from regulations kicking in, but this will be a good thing in the long term, eliminating a lot of scams and just making it safer for the average people to get into cryptocurrency will help with mass adoption. So that's it for today's video. I hope you guys found it useful. If you did, I appreciate it if you guys liked the video, comment below, share the video with anyone you think would find this useful. Also, don't forget to hit the bell and subscribe for my daily crypto videos, Monday to Friday, and sometimes on the weekend. Again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.